Good morning! It's Thursday, February 26th. I already have the chicken, the dehydrated chicken for the dogs, cooling. See, all done. I'm gonna wash this and bring this down to the basement because we just don't have room to store it up here, and it's kind of big and cumbersome. And then I will, since I'm gonna be in the basement, throw a load of laundry in and grab the lobster pieces that are in the freezer, because I think I'm going to make lobster bisque for dinner tonight. So, and then I'll go out and see the girls. I'm about to log onto a meeting where I'm just a listening participant. I'm not a presenter. So I pre-cut some card bases, A2 size card bases in white. And I'll show you them in a second because I hear a chihuahua behind me who needs to go out, and I better do that before my meeting starts. Both of these are A2 size. I'm just going to fold them differently. So it's both 8.5 by 11 pieces of paper. This one I cut this way. So this was the 11 by 8.5. And this one lengthwise. So this will be a flip forward. This one will be open this way. So I'm going to fold them up while I'm in the meeting. Great meeting. It was productive. We got stuff done, but every time I take my headset off, I rip my hair out. Excuse me. I need to remember to always put my hair up when I'm in a meeting, because the headset, if not the mic part, the mic portion, it's this portion that rips it out, or sometimes I get this caught. It's just, yeah. And then it looks like red hair carnage. So I got my stash of card bases done, so that means I can make cards easy peasy. So I also pulled in, hold on, let me move some things around because I did move some stuff off my desk or around my desk. I brought my coordination paper stacks in, and each one has, I think, 2 colors. Yeah. Excuse me, I have a weird tickle in my throat. I need to get some water. So I'm going to create some bases and then grab some of my embossing folders. Oh, dust off the floor. And first I'm going to go find a rubber band because it's kind of driving me nuts. Excuse me. Maybe I should go make some tea. So I wanted to make lobster bisque for dinner. I have lobster. I have lobster base from Better Than Bouillon, which is fabulous. But then I realized I have no milk, I have no cream, I have no half and half. I have sour cream. I don't know if I have sherry. I don't have any shallots. It's gonna have to be a lobster bisque-esque soup. So we'll see, because I already thawed out the lobster. I don't want to have to freeze it again. I will figure something out. I'll probably do a base of sweet onions and some celery. Maybe a little bit of carrot adds that sweetness, and I'll have to see if I don't have sherry. I might have brandy, so I can add brandy to the soup. Yeah, I'll figure it out. I will make it work. That's the whole thing about cooking versus baking. Baking is a science. You need to have the correct proportions in order to not be eating Hucky Pucks or try to slurp up your bread with a straw. But cooking is so much more fluid. You have things you can substitute, eliminate, or add based on your flavor profile likes. It's just, I love it. I love baking too, but because baking to me is a science, and I'm a kind of a geeky girl. You all know this by now. I'm in much better spirits today than I was yesterday. I was so foul about something yesterday that I was this close to ending vlogging, like ending my vlogs entirely, not picking up the camera again. Like, I was that close, and then I realized, oh, being a dork, overreacting, and caving into someone who I don't even know, like the 9 people who decided to point the thumb in a different direction, and it's kind of funny, but the last week's worth of videos have gotten more thumbs down than the previous month. So, and I'm not discussing anything any more controversial. I'm not talking about politics or religion. But there you have it. So, but guess what? For those of you who want to thumbs down my video, I get credit for the video you watched. Doesn't matter whether you thumbs up or thumbs down. I appreciate the thumbs up because it's just like a warm little hug. A virtual warm little hug. But if you want a thumbs down, by all means, you wasted your time. So, until you see it that way, you're just going to continue doing it. So, there you go. Polly put me in the right perspective that it would not be fair to those who are supportive to stop doing something that you guys are enjoying. And yeah, some vlogs are a little less exciting, but this is a slice of my life. Like right now it's overcast and it did snow earlier again, but it was just a little dusting, so not a problem. There's my purple Filofax, which to be honest, I've been afraid to bring out of my office because I just have this weird fear that the cat's going to decide to, I don't know, knead it with her claws, or Polly will put down a drink near it and spill it, so I just keep it safe and sound in my office. So since I have these bases all made, excuse me, I have one more meeting, I think late this afternoon. I think it's a 4:30 or 5, or sheesh, I hope it's not a 5 o'clock. I'll cut out the top layers, and then another white layer, which will be the embossed portion. And since I have my little embossing folder swatch book, I could just go and pick out which, like I really want to use this one. Because I think it's a lovely image that I have not used before, and I might just do a very simple embellishing on it, on top of it. Like some of these little flowers, I might just rub with a silver Sharpie, which I think might be a nice element. And there's another one that I haven't used yet. Where is it? I haven't used this tree, which I think is really, I don't know, splendid. I'm thinking maybe just adding one leaf at the bottom. That might make a very elegant sympathy card. Sadly, I've had to make way too many of them recently because people have lost loved ones. My go-to embossing, the Swiss dots, and yeah, I'm so glad I did this. It's just so much easier, and this is very, very pretty background, but I think this would look good on metallic paper. And bamboo, 4th of July fireworks. So yeah, I'm really glad I did this. This is a great idea. I definitely need another one of these because this one is filled up, and I still have more embossing folders, so that's something that I need to finish up. But I think since I missed Friday Fun Bits last week, I'm gonna do one this week, barring any disasters. Wait, it's Thursday, right? Oh, so it's tomorrow. We'll see how enthusiastic I am, because maybe I'll just do it tonight and publish it tomorrow, or post it tomorrow. I like doing things in advance when I have the opportunity to, so we'll see. And I've been rambling for almost 7 minutes. Alright, better go get some water or tea. So we had leftovers for dinner. So I decided to make some cherry pie. Freeform, kind of like a galette. I have 2 tablespoons of sugar in the raw in this little shaker. Just put it in there because it's easier to apply. Tart cherry pitted in water. I'm going to have to see how loose they are. And 1 pie shell. So I have my oven preheating at 400.
Cherry pie! Hey, we're having pie!
I think he might be a little stir crazy. It's garbage and recycling night, so I'm kind of looking through the fridge, and I decided to hold off on the lobster bisque until tomorrow, which is fine, but we, using up what we have. So let me open up the can of cherries to see the consistency, if I need to add any cornstarch or anything like that. So I'll be back in a sec. Okay, so it pays to read the labels. 1 can, as you can see, there's 2 different kinds of cherries. So I had started off with this red tart pitted, but I saw that it was in water and I thought I was draining it out. But the flavor is really yummy in it. So I grabbed another can and I had pitted sweet, dark sweet, in heavy syrup. So I combine the two together. I'm going to cook them a little bit and then probably reduce the liquid. I added a little bit of agave because the tart ones, the little ones right here, are really tart, but they're delicious offset to this dark sweet. Oh, I cannot wait. So I have the oven preheating, and I'm going to, I'm probably not going to use all the liquid, so when I go to spoon the cherries into the pie shell, into the pie, loose pie crust, I'm going to use a slotted spoon so I can get some of the liquid off. And then, oh my gosh, I cannot wait. So I'm going to heat this up and then see if I can reduce some of this delicious, now combined syrup and liquid from the two different, let me taste this. I did put a little bit of agave. Oh my gosh, it's just the perfect combination of sweet and tart. What a nice offset. So I'm going to do that before I pop the pie shell in. Now, because this is free form, I'm not dotting it and pre-baking it, blind baking it. I'm just going to put it in and bake it and crimp the sides over the filling. So I need the filling to not be liquidy. I might save that juices for maybe a seltzer. Oh, that'd be so yummy. So yeah, work in progress. We're making this up a lot as we go along. I decided to strain out the cherries, and I'm reducing the juices to make a syrupy sauce. So here's my, whoa, did I zoom in? No. Here's the pie base, and I'm gonna add those and then fold a little bit of the pie over it, pie crust over it. So let's see how that works. Doesn't that look cute? So I'm going to dust a little bit of sugar on top and maybe put a little pat of butter in the center, and it's gonna go into a pretty hot oven, 400 degrees. I'm gonna stand by and make sure it does not burn. So check it out, it's out of the oven, looks pretty. I have vanilla ice cream, a scoop in hot water, coffee is brewing, yummy. Let me show you what it looks like on a plate with a scoop of ice cream before I give Polly his, and then I take food porn shots of mine. Check it out, that's Polly's plate. Yum. That's a reduced sauce that I made. So there's mine. I've already taken the food porn shots, and I'm going to go enjoy it. And I'm going to say goodnight. That's it for us for today. Thank you so much for joining us. Don't forget to thumbs up. It's free for you and it helps me out. And it deters those thumb downers. So I will see you all tomorrow, which is Friday. I have an idea, so stay tuned. Thanks for watching, everyone.